and welcome back to Sarah's Music. Today we're in the famous Salzburg Felsenreitschule, which today is a well-known opera and theatre stage, but as it was built in 1693, it was a riding school. And today, for the first time in 200 years, there are horses back in this hall. Not only that, they will be performing to Mozart. For this year's Mozart Week in Salzburg, classical music and equestrian theatre are coming together to produce an unforgettable experience. A pioneer of original forms of expression, combining equestrian art, music, dance and acting, Bartabas has invented and directed a new form of performing arts called equestrian theatre. As a musician, watching your incredible piece, does one call you maestro or master Bartabas?
As you want, or Bartabas, just.
Just Bartabas, okay, people just call me Sarah. Yeah. So impressive, the relationship that you have with Caravage. How long have you been working with him?
Well, he's 20 years old and I bought it, he was 5 years old, so it's 15 years we are speaking every morning. You know, it's my Stradivarius, let's say.
Yeah, it doesn't unfortunately last as long as a Stradivarius, but needs just as much work, if not more.
Yeah, but this is the problem with horses, that you work all your life and generally the horse live less than you, so when you lost a horse, you lost something of yourself.
Do your horses hear the music and know what they have to do, or do they rely only on what your trainers, your riders show them?
You have to ask them.
What language shall I ask them in?
When the horse learns a choreography with the music, he have a lot of memory, you know, so he memorizes the sound too. So rider told me sometimes they didn't know exactly, they weren't sure it's the moment to go, so they let do the horse, because the horse, he know that is. Yeah, because they have a lot of memory of that. But to say if they like or not, I don't know.
Yeah, that would
the only thing I can say is when you work a long time with a horse, the music make you inside in a certain position of emotion, you know, and you transmit it to your horse. That's the only thing. So you can say the horse heard the music by the rider somewhere.
So you can't actually, as the rider, be nervous at all? Like sometimes on a stage with my horn, I'm terrified.
Never. Sometimes you say that for the actor it's good to have the track.
Exactly.
For the rider it's
for the
very
horn player,
bad.
It's not.
Because the horse, they don't know. You know, the problem when you work with horse is that the main difficulty, if you compare with a dancer or musician, is that the horse, he don't know why you do that.
Yeah. It's true. He thinks he's going to get something to eat later.
Yeah, and you don't know there is a show, you don't know you have to be good, you don't know that. So you have to prepare it very slowly, psychologically and physically to give what you want him to give, but you have to give him by himself. You know, you cannot oblige him.
The musicians will be sitting up here in the alcoves, and in between them and the conductor are the horses. They are also sitting in a long line rather than in a normal orchestra setup, and this makes playing together really difficult. I'm with Marc Minkowski, the maestro of today's extravaganza here in the Felsenreitschule. Marc, thank you so much for joining us. I know you've had a busy day. You've just had something like what happens in an opera when a singer is sick and they have to fly in the extra player. They've had to fly in an extra horse today, and you did a rehearsal for the horse.
Even two, actually.
2 horses.
The thing is to get used for them to the volume of sound, the presence of the musicians and the singers, my presence, because they are in sandwich between me and the musical team.
Tell me, Marc, how musical are horses?
It's a big question.
I know, I'd like to know.
Well, I mean, if you just look naturally, this animal, his walk, his trot, his canter, his gallop is music, it's rhythm, it's percussion, it's binary, it's ternary, so there is a natural movement. Then they react to what you suggest to them and they serve you. So if a rider is a musician or have some music vibes, he will transmit it.
How much do you think the horses listen to the music, or do they really just listen to what their trainer tells them?
They listen all the time anyway. The horse is a listening animal. When the horse is not doing what the riders ask, we say he doesn't listen to you. When you are on the back, you can see the ears changing position, and when they are in a right incurvation, that means they listen. So we never know.
Why do you think these sort of events are so good for classical music?
It's good because maybe the sacred thing for elite is a bit far away, and there is more communion and maybe a larger audience for it.
Younger audience, maybe?
Yeah, I hope so.
There were a lot of kids yesterday in the improvisation, and these kids probably were hearing Bach.
For the first time. Yeah, this is the entrance of the stars.
Here they come. Here come the stars. Here come the stars. Oh my goodness. Are they divas? Are the horses divas? Are they real performers? Do you sense that they...
Some of them sometimes can be afraid for stupid things.
Horn players too.
And the worst is this fear is transmittable to other horses who can be very calm.
It's like an orchestra.
And suddenly would just get so paranoid for no reason, and that is for me a real diva thing.
Do you have the feeling that they're watching what you do? Are they aware of you being there, or do you adapt by watching them?
Because I was there very often in rehearsal, even when a tape was playing, I was there, I was doing some movements. I think my presence now is like a normal thing.
It's like, oh, there's Marc.
It's fine.
Yeah.
If I do an upbeat, which is a bit too strong, once or twice, I have to be careful, maybe some reactions, but they just need to know and to get used to who's there and for what reason, and then it's fine.
Look at it, it's so beautiful. This Kulisse, it's so beautiful. Bravo to you for getting this done. And did you know that what do horn players and horses have in common? We all do.
Yeah, exactly.
Horses everywhere here in Salzburg. Hier im Vogelhaus im Berliner Zoo wollte ich gerne mit Dr. Ragnar Kühne sprechen, wie musikalisch Tiere eigentlich sind. Ragnar, vielen Dank, dass du heute Zeit hast.
Ja, gerne.
Erzähl mir bitte, wie hören Tiere Musik? Hören die das so wie wir, oder ist das so etwas, was an denen völlig vorbeigeht?
Man kann sie ja nicht dazu befragen. Also hören tun sie es erstmal physiologisch wie wir, aber Musik hat natürlich auch was mit Kultur zu tun, und ohne Kultur gibt es auch keine Musik, die gut ist oder schlecht ist.
Man sieht auf YouTube, dass Tiere können alles Mögliche. Da gibt es tanzende Kakadus. Es gibt klavierspielende Katzen. Ist das Zufall, oder kann man Tiere Musik auch beibringen?
Das ist sicher erlernt, also man muss es ihnen hart beibringen. Ich weiß nicht, also bei Papageien, da gibt es wirklich das eine oder andere Video, wo man nicht weiß, wer hat angefangen, der Mensch, dem Papagei das beizubringen, oder hat der Papagei vielleicht alleine angefangen, nach Rhythmus zu tanzen, wie man das von kleinen Menschenkindern kennt, die dann auch schon von sich aus in den Knien wippen. Also man
möchte es gerne glauben, dass sie das von alleine können.
Das mag auch in dem einen oder anderen Fall so sein, aber man überinterpretiert das vielleicht auch ein bisschen.
In Salzburg hatten wir eine Choreografie für Pferde zu Mozart. Glaubst du, dass die Pferde das richtig hören, oder glaubst du, dass die machen nur, was die Trainer das denen sagt?
Sie hören das natürlich richtig, aber sie machen nur das, was der Trainer ihnen für Kommandos gibt. Und ich habe auch schon schlecht tanzende Pferde erlebt. Da mag es dann aber an den Trainern auch gelegen haben.
Super, vielen Dank. I think this is going to be the most incredible performance. The riders are warming up here down on the stage, and the orchestra's warming up backstage. It's going to be a little bit difficult for the orchestra, but in the rehearsal it sounded great. I'm sure it's going to be an amazing show, but I must say just one thing, it certainly smells a little different here than it does in a normal concert hall. That was really incredible. I thought the horn was a difficult instrument to tame, but what those riders did on their horses to Mozart, really amazing. I hope you enjoyed it too, and I hope we see each other very soon on Sarah's Music. See you soon. Bye-bye.